What if the key to happiness and fulfillment was right within your grasp? Would you take it? This might sound like a question out of a fantasy novel, but it's far from fiction. It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? The idea of holding the key to your own happiness and fulfillment. You see, happiness and fulfillment aren't just abstract concepts. They're essential elements of our lives, as real as the air we breathe, as tangible as the ground beneath our feet. They shape our experiences, our relationships, and ultimately, our perception of the world around us. Think of happiness as that warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you're doing something you love, or when you're with the people who matter the most to you. And fulfillment? That's the deep sense of satisfaction you feel when you know you're living your life to its fullest potential, when you're making a difference, when you're truly content with where you are and who you've become. Stay with us as we unravel the secrets to achieving happiness and fulfillment. The path to happiness begins with understanding its fundamentals. Firstly, let's talk about gratitude. It's not just about saying thank you when someone passes you the salt. It's much deeper. It's about recognizing the good in your life and appreciating it. It's about shifting your focus from what your life lacks to the abundance that's already present. And who better to illustrate this point than the Queen of Talk shows herself, Oprah Winfrey. She once said, "Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." So remember, gratitude is not just an action, but a state of mind. It's a conscious choice to focus on the positive and to appreciate the good in our lives. Now let's move on to our second fundamental, positive relationships. We are social creatures by nature. We thrive on connection, communication, and shared experiences. Positive relationships nourish us, providing the emotional sustenance we need. They act as a buffer against stress, help us feel understood, and offer us the necessary support during tough times. Here's where the wisdom of Dalai Lama comes in. He once said, "We need to learn to want what we have, not to have what we want, in order to get stable and steady happiness." This statement holds true for relationships as well. Cherishing the connections we have, rather than yearning for ones we don't, can lead to a more fulfilling and happier life. In essence, gratitude and positive relationships are intertwined. When we are grateful for the people in our lives and the moments we share, we strengthen our relationships. When we have strong, positive relationships, we find more moments for which to be grateful. It's a virtuous cycle, one that leads us down the path of happiness. So let's start this journey by practicing gratitude and nurturing our relationships. Let's make the conscious choice to appreciate what we have, to cherish the people in our lives, and to recognize the good in every situation. Gratitude and positive relationships are the building blocks of happiness. Before we continue this enlightening journey, take a moment to become part of our community. You see, subscribing to this channel does more than just show support. It's a commitment to growth, to learning, to understanding more about happiness and fulfillment. It's about saying yes to a journey of discovery. When you hit that notification button, you're not just keeping up to date with our latest content. You're choosing to make your life richer, to make your understanding deeper. Each video is a stepping stone, a piece in the puzzle of what it means to be truly happy and fulfilled. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Today, let that step be clicking the subscribe button. Let's embark on this journey together, exploring the depths and heights of human potential. Join us, and together, we'll continue to explore the path to happiness and fulfillment. Fulfillment goes hand in hand with happiness, but it requires a deeper understanding. It's like a pursuit of a higher purpose, a sense of satisfaction that comes from within, not externally. It's a journey, not a destination. And on this journey, two key elements play a significant role: personal growth and contribution. Let's talk about personal growth first. It's about constantly evolving, learning, and bettering oneself. It's about pushing boundaries, stepping out of comfort zones, and constantly striving for self-improvement. As the influential life coach Tony Robbins once said, "The only impossible journey is the one you never begin." Personal growth is that journey, a never-ending pursuit of betterment. It's the fuel that propels the engine of fulfillment. Now let's shift our focus to contribution. Contribution is about giving back, about making a difference in the world or in someone's life. It's about leaving a legacy, a footprint that says, "I was here and I made a difference." Nelson Mandela, the man who spent his life fighting for equality and justice, once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead." Contribution is that difference, the ripple that creates waves of change. Personal growth and contribution are intertwined. One fuels the other. As we grow, we have more to give, and as we give, we grow. It's a cycle, a beautiful dance of growth and giving that leads to fulfillment. Fulfillment isn't about fleeting moments of happiness. It's about a deep, resonating satisfaction that comes from knowing you are living your best life, growing, giving, and making a difference. It's a sense of peace that comes from knowing you're on the right path, a path that leads to a deeper, more profound sense of happiness. Personal growth and contribution are the pillars upon which fulfillment stands. Understanding the fundamentals of happiness and fulfillment is the first step. The next step is implementation. It's one thing to know what brings joy and satisfaction, but it's another to take these principles and actively incorporate them into our lives. So, how do we do this? Well, the key here is simplicity. Albert Einstein once said, "Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler." This holds true when we're talking about happiness and fulfillment as well. Let's break this down. Firstly, start your day with gratitude. Wake up each morning and take a moment to appreciate something, anything. It could be the sunrise, a warm cup of coffee, or the simple fact that you're alive and breathing. This sets the tone for the rest of your day, and it's a simple yet effective way to boost your happiness levels. Secondly, pursue your passions. What are the things that light a fire within you? These are the things that make you feel fulfilled. Dedicate time each day to these passions. Even if it's just a few minutes, it can make a world of difference. Thirdly, practice kindness. A small act of kindness can go a long way in making someone's day, and it can boost your happiness levels too. It could be as simple as a smile or a kind word. Remember, kindness is a currency that enriches both the giver and the receiver. Lastly, stay present. In this fast-paced world, we often forget to live in the moment. We're either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, but true happiness lies in the now. So take a moment to just be. These 4 steps might seem simple, but they're incredibly effective when it comes to boosting our happiness and fulfillment levels. Remember, it's not about making massive changes overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps towards a happier, more fulfilled life. The path to happiness and fulfillment is not complex. It's simply a matter of understanding and applying these fundamentals. Remember this as you navigate your journey towards a life filled with joy and satisfaction. As we wind up this enlightening journey, let's ponder over a powerful quote. A quote that has the potential to not only inspire us, but also to guide us towards a life of true happiness and fulfillment. Consider these words from the renowned psychologist Carl Jung. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Now this might seem a bit daunting at first, but let's break it down. Acceptance here doesn't mean complacency. It's not about settling for less. Instead, it's about embracing who we are in this moment, our strengths, our flaws, and everything in between. It's about recognizing that we are a work in progress, and that's perfectly okay. In the realm of happiness and fulfillment, self-acceptance plays a pivotal role. It's the foundation upon which we build our happiness. We can have all the riches in the world, but without self-acceptance, we might still feel empty. Next, let's turn to the words of the celebrated author Mark Twain. He once said, "The 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why." This quote speaks to the essence of fulfillment. It's about discovering our purpose, our why. It's about finding that thing that makes us jump out of bed in the morning, excited to face the day. When we align our actions with our purpose, we experience a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond transient happiness. It's a deep, abiding joy that persists even when life throws us curveballs. So as we conclude, let's make a commitment to ourselves, a commitment to accept who we are, to discover our purpose, and to align our actions accordingly. Remember, as Mahatma Gandhi once said, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Let's strive to practice this in our lives for true happiness and fulfillment.